Mohamed Bouazizi, an inspirationalist, a revolutionist, and martyr, has toppled more dictators than Che Guevara.
General Zahara, we are very pleased that you've made it back safely.
Started a wave of unrest in the Middle East after his self-immolation, which caused people to stand up and topple their dictators in Tunisia, Egypt. Libya's February 17th revolutionists are still fighting and have seen more bloodshed than all of Egypt and Tunisia put together more than 17 times. Gaddafi is threatening his own countrymen with statements like cleansing the revolution, street by street, house by house, person by person, and inch by inch. But even with these threats, the Libyan people have not yet stopped their efforts of toppling the murderous tyrant that has been described by Musa as worse than Hitler, because he was given orders personally by Gaddafi to kill, burn, rape, and destroy.
In the evening of February 15, around 200 to 500 people protested in front of the police headquarters in Bengizi, Libya, demanding the release of human rights activists and representatives of families of the 1,200 people that died in the 1996 Abu Salim prison massacre. That hate terrible. The protest was broken up by a violent police force, but then backfired and actually escalated the protesters, who became thousands between February 17 to 21. People were battling in front of the military encampment called Katiba in Benghazi. The military force inside used live ammunition to gun down protesters. The turning point of the fall of Gaddafi in eastern Libya was when a man placed explosives into his car and drove into the walls of the Katiba, thus destroying the walls of the encampment. The reason why the revolutionary virus is spreading throughout the Middle East is because of the selfishness of the oppressive regimes, whom didn't use their wealth properly to improve their country, but instead they used it for their own personal gain. Another reason is freedom. The people of these countries do not have the rights to express themselves freely without getting cracked down, beaten, shot, imprisoned, and tortured. With the rise of Tunisia, it gave other countries courage to come out. How's the revolution in Libya affecting yourself and affecting other Canadian citizens here?
So the crisis in Libya has affected us in North America. Well, since Libya is a big producer of oil and natural gas, we depend on them for our own economy. And since the production there is low because of the crisis, it's affecting our economy, and we noticed that we have much higher gas prices, and that affects everything around us. So our food and our goods cost more, and that's making a lot of people angry here in North America.
How do you think it's affecting countries in and around the Middle East and North Africa?
Well, I think the conflict in Libya is influencing other countries in the Middle East a lot. Well, we've seen from the revolution in Tunisia and Egypt that the people have power, and I believe that it's encouraging other citizens of the Middle East to fight back and revolt against their government. And we also see a different perspective on dictators, because they're not for the people. You see in Libya, for example, you see the government actually fighting the people, and that's causing so many problems. And you realize that dictators, they can't sustain in a society like ours, because it's just inhumane, and you can't run a society on dictatorship. And well, dictators, they're bullshit.
What further action should the United Nations and first world countries take?
Well, I think that first world countries and the United Nations, they should go in to countries like Libya, not because of the economic opportunities such as oil, but because it is a humane thing to do. Because people are suffering there, and the government is attacking its own people, and it just doesn't seem just. Obviously the dictator should leave, but also first world countries and organizations, and like organizations, they should be determined to establish a democratic government that the people agree with.
For the people, by the people. How is what's happening in Libya affecting us here in Canada?
What's going on in Libya definitely will affect us here in Canada. As all of us know, now the whole world has become as one small country. Whatever's happening in any part is affecting the other. In case of Libya, Libya is a very has a very strategic location in Mediterranean area, as Libya has about 2,000 kilometer on the Mediterranean Sea, and this is facing a lot of few European countries, and Libya has been very good at stopping illegal immigration to Europe. This one thing. The other way, Libya is an oil country, produce about 2 million barrels of oil every day, and this most of this go to Europe, but part of it also go to United States. And as all of us notes, when this revolution did happen in Libya, the gas prices went up here in Canada. So the other things also, as we are a Canadian, we are leaders on democracy, and I think we should take leadership in this, and